Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. Today we're gonna make a beautiful dish called Ono Wellington. It's similar to beef Wellington, which we've all heard of, which we've all probably had and seen, but I wanted to do something a little bit different today and use some fish instead of filet mignon. Ono means wahoo in Hawaiian, and it's also a slang word for delicious or tasty, which is exactly what this dish is gonna be today. So stick with me. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so first we want to start out by prepping our mushrooms.
You can use any mushrooms you like for this. I happen to have some king oyster mushrooms, some beach mushrooms, and then some little cremini mushrooms. Just go ahead and rough chop them. We're gonna throw them in the food processor anyways.
All right, we'll take our mushrooms. Probably do this in a couple batches. You don't want to add too many mushrooms at once. 3 cloves of chopped garlic, a little bit of thyme, and a little bit of dill. Like that is perfect. Nice hot pan. We'll add just a little bit of fat, a little bit of butter, and then we'll go ahead and add our mushrooms. Now, next step, very important, we want to add a nice pinch of salt to really release all that water from the mushrooms. We'll also add a little fresh cracked pepper. We really want to just start releasing all the water and just caramelizing these down, release all their moisture, and then you'll see once all the water is gone, then it'll start to caramelize in the bottom of the pan. That's what we're looking for. We want that flavor. We're starting to get those caramelized little bits right there. That's what you want to see. Then what we want to do is just go ahead and lay these on a sheet pan, and then we'll just go ahead and flatten them out. We're gonna let this cool in your freezer till it's nicely chilled. All right, let's make a pea puree for our Ono Wellington. All right, so we'll start out with a couple tablespoons of butter, 2 cloves of chopped garlic. Saute that just for a minute. Then we'll add in 1 quart of frozen peas, a cup of water, just enough to cover them barely. We'll let this come up to a simmer and we'll cook for about 5 minutes. All right, so our peas are done. Just gonna add just a little bit of Meyer lemon zest. And then we want to just go ahead and take our peas. We don't want all of this moisture, so I just try to drain these out. Just put them in here. We're going to add just a little bit of this broth and the heavy cream. And then a few sprigs of mint and a few sprigs of parsley. And once our peas are a nice smooth puree, we will just go ahead and pass it through a fine mesh sieve. Go ahead and scoop some of this in a piping bag.
Once you filled up your piping bag, go ahead and place it in a squeeze bottle. If you don't have a piping bag, you can also do this with a funnel.
Go ahead and chill this down, some ice water as quickly as possible. Then we'll go ahead and set this off to the side for later.
Let's prep our Ono or wahoo. This is about 1.5 pounds. If you can't find this, go ahead and use swordfish or a sea bass would be really nice too. So you just want to cut it in some loins like you see here.
Now we really want this to be rounded off. Think of how the tenderloin is. So we kind of want to round it off right at this point. I'll just cut off and just kind of bring it around. See, so we have this beautiful loin. That's what we want right there. It's perfect.
Don't throw away any of your scrap pieces. Go ahead and cut them up like you see here and utilize them for your next ceviche.
All right, for our sauce, we want 300 milliliters of whole milk, 200 milliliters buttermilk, 200 grams of creme fraiche. Creme fraiche! Little Meyer lemon zest. It's a couple splashes of sherry vinegar, sea salt. Go ahead and whisk to combine. Go ahead and set this aside for later.
All right, next we want to sear off our Ono on all sides, but make sure you keep it rare because it's going to continue to cook in the oven. Brush your loins down while they're warm with any type of Dijon mustard. And place some plastic wrap on your countertop like you see here. And you want to go ahead and overlap 6 slices of prosciutto. And we'll take our duxelles, just put it on a prosciutto and just thin it out with the palette knife. I'll take our Ono and just place it down towards the bottom and then just use the plastic wrap to roll it up nice and tight. You twist one end like you see here, just roll it, get all the air out of the other side, and then twist the other end and then just roll it nice and tight. Let this sit in your fridge for at least an hour. Once our Ono has set, we want to go ahead and roll this up tightly in our puff pastry. Go ahead and cut it off, and then do a little egg wash down towards the bottom. And then you just want to roll it into the seam and just roll it back and forth to really seal that seam in. And then we'll go ahead and just cut off the sides, twist them shut. You want to go ahead and wrap that up again, just like you did before. And then we'll go ahead and let this sit in the fridge for at least 3 hours or overnight. Take another sheet of puff pastry and use a lattice roller to cut out your design. Ready to egg wash our puff pastry. And then we'll go ahead and lay on our lattice design. Make sure you get this nice and tight. Use your dough scraper to really cut out the edges. Clean it up around the sides. Make sure you really tighten this up. And we'll do one more egg wash on top. A little molten sea salt.
Mold on. We'll bake this off at 425 until it's nice, golden brown and crispy. I really appreciate you joining me today. I had a lot of fun making this video. I think it came out absolutely divine. I love it. I love the colors, the crispy, flaky crust, the mushroom duxelle in between, a little saltiness from the prosciutto, some micro herbs on top, some dill sprigs just kind of accent that dill, and then the buttermilk dressing. What I did with the buttermilk dressing, I just split it with the dill oil. If you haven't seen my machi tartare video, go ahead and check that out where I show you how to make scallion oil. To make dill oil, you would just omit the scallions and add 1 part dill and 1 part spinach and about a cup of oil, and then just bring that to 140 degrees in your blender and then ice it down after you strain it. So super simple. I just want to thank you all for joining me, coming back week after week. I do put out new videos every single week, so definitely check back. Look forward to seeing you again, and I can't thank you enough. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Share the video with your friends, family, whoever. Until next time, have a blessed week and a blessed day. Cheers.